Yo, yo, what is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good Thursday, May 30th. Today, we are going to be talking about how I find ad inspiration. This is specifically going to be how I approach it from my brand, popring.com. We sell jewelry in the pet space. And we're going to jump right into it. So hopefully everybody's doing good. Grab a pen, paper, something to jot this stuff down. And let's do it. So very first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to finding ad inspiration and the way that I approach it for e-commerce is that there is many ways to do it, right? Today in this live, we're going to talk about 3 of the biggest approaches that I take. And we're going to dive into each approach and we're going to look at some examples on how I do it through that approach. So that's how we're going to structure this, and let's get started. And before we do that, I just want to make sure that we're all good on the stream. If you guys can hear me in the stream, just give like a thumbs up or something in the chat just so I know that we're good to go. But I'll go ahead and get started here. I want to start off by talking about the first approach. So as I mentioned, I have 3 approaches that I primarily take. And these 3 approaches are going to be utilizing tools, utilizing social media, and utilizing resources that are provided, I'll just say, by social media companies, right? So you guys, we're going to start off with tools, and we're going to just dive into that. And we can do a couple of recaps just to make sure everybody is on the same page. Something weird with the audio. Let me make sure that, hopefully the audio is going good. If it's too, let me see if it's too loud. Hopefully it's not too loud. But cool, hopefully we're doing good. All right, sweet. So let's get started with tools. So when it comes to tools, there are definitely quite a few different tools that you can utilize to find ad inspiration. I'm going to share with you guys the one that I primarily use. And there are other softwares that do similar things. But one of the tools that I use a lot of is a tool called Foreplay. And we can take a look over here, and I'm going to share with you guys how I utilize this tool. Yeah, so let's do that. So basically what Foreplay allows you to do is it allows you to save ads and allows you to see what others have saved. That's kind of from my use cases of it, what I've been doing with it and what you can do with it. How I approach utilizing Foreplay is by going to the discovery section here. And then here you can essentially see 5 million plus ads that were saved by different users. And I like to create a few filters. So this is going to be very dependent on your niche, your target demo, and a few other things that we can talk about. But I'm going to share with you how I set up mine. And yeah, so let's do that. So I like to go to filters and I like to sort it by video. This allows me to just be seeing other video content. I like to go into the platforms and just have selected Instagram, TikTok, organic, and TikTok ads. And I will also look at Facebook often, but I typically don't look at YouTube and LinkedIn. And then for languages, I like to have the English language be the only one ticked. That's my primary demo that I'm speaking to. That's what they speak. And then status, I usually leave this off just because you'll have more data. It's giving static. Fuck. Okay. I can try to fix the mic in a minute if it's still not doing good. But okay. So if you have it off, if you don't have anything here selected for status, you'll just have more data to work with. And then for niche, this is what I would say matters in whatever you're trying to get inspiration for, right? So I'm in the jewelry jewelry niche. So I have jewelry selected here. I'll often select pets and also look at what pet content exists out there. Yeah, so let me as with that in mind, those are the settings that I use for often filtering and looking through. Let me see if I can see what's up with the audio. It sounds like there's in chat that there's some issues with the audio. Can you guys, can I get some more feedback on, is the audio like glitching up, or can you guys hear me well? I'm not sure if it's the Wi-Fi or if there's any issues with that. I sound robotic. Okay, that's not good. Hold up. Let's see. In the chat if that fixed. Okay, this is way better. Hell yeah. All right, so my it seems like my mic was messing things up. All right. Apologize for that. Let's get back on this. Sweet. So let's touch base back on foreplay here. I do want to clarify. So we have a few different styles of product inspiration that we're going to be looking at here today, or sorry, ad inspiration we're going to be looking at here today. Foreplay, this is a paid service. This is the one paid version we're looking at, and then there's going to be two that are completely free that I use equally as much as foreplay. So that kind of gives a wide range for everybody viewing this right now. Sweet. With that said, let's hop back into here. So what I do is after I select the filters that I want to use, and again, you can kind of do this in your own niche, I'm going to start looking through this content, and I'm going to go one by one and just watch this stuff. And typically I like to have on the side a small notepad like this where I start just writing, right? And I'm trying to, as I'm watching stuff, I'm going to get inspired by like, ooh, that's a great hook. They had a great hook here. Let me try to rewrite that myself. So that's how I approach it. You can see I actually was working on some here today, and we can take a look at a few live examples. So I think that's gonna be beneficial here. So what I do is as I find the ones that I like, I hit save. That goes into my swipe file sheet here, and then you can see, for example, POV giving your boyfriend the cutest gift ever. That's one of the things that popped up, under those filters that I was searching through. We can go ahead and watch that, and then you can see I essentially recreated that for the girlfriend perspective, POV giving your girlfriend the cutest gift ever. So I'm writing these down as I'm getting the inspiration and as I'm getting my juices flowing. That's going to be the best time to actually write. So that's, I want to let's make that one of the points that we're talking about here. While you're viewing inspo and your juice is flowing, that's the best time to write ideas. A lot of people that I know, they go and they look at ad inspo and then that's all they do. They don't write any ideas down. If you're not writing ideas down while your juices are flowing, you're going to forget those ideas. So that's one of the big things I would do just in general as you're looking at inspo, writing them down. Cool. So that is way number one of identifying inspiration content. I do this a few times. I do this at least once a week. Just go through, identify what is currently running well in the space, and then I get inspiration that way. Let's go to the second way to get inspiration content for ads, and one that I would say I use a lot more often is going to be social media, right? So with social media, if you position yourself correctly on any given platform, that social media platform will feed you what you want to see. Now,
force that social media platform to feed you what you want to see, which is going to be ads in a given niche that you can get inspiration from. You need to position yourself as the customer and consumer of that niche. Is everybody following that? So to get served ads in the workout niche or to get served ads in the dog niche, you need to show that platform that you are interested in those topics and that you are potentially going to buy something in the dog niche. Then it's going to serve you dog ads. Okay? So how do you do that? Well, one of the easiest ways to do that is to go to said platform. I'm going to start off, we're going to take a look at two different examples here, one with Instagram and then one with TikTok. Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and share my my iPhone screen here. And hopefully, let's see. Hopefully this here allows you guys to see it. And we're going to find out. Because my other two screens are black when I do this. So we'll find out if this worked. But hopefully this worked. What you want to do is you want to go over to your search bar on Instagram or wherever. And you want to type in what niche you're looking for, right? So like, let's just say workout or dogs, right? I'm gonna just type in, let's just say dogs, right? And I'm gonna just type in dogs. You're gonna see there's this thing called a For You page, right? When you search up any word. This For You page is essentially the content that is being served specifically to that target demographic, because that is what the target demographic likes to watch, and this is what's going to essentially classify you as that target demographic. So I start at the top. You can see it has 22,000 likes, and I like it. And I go in the comments and I say, oh my God, so cute. And I send it. And I favorite the post. And then I scroll down. And I do this over and over, especially with reels, right? Right? So I do this. This is, again, I'm in the dog space, so I do this in the dog space. You're going to want to do this in whatever space you're in. You're in the workout niche, type in workout. If you're in the health niche, you put in health. Let's just say you're selling a healthy organic product to people that are trying to be healthy. Look up organic, look up healthy lifestyle. Let's just say you're trying to sell something that's going to be useful for training soccer. You're going to type in soccer. You're going to type in Ronaldo. You see what I'm saying? You identify what are the things, what are the interests. Think of it from like a media buying perspective almost. What are the interests in that niche that are related to my target demo? You search those, you engage with those, and now the algorithm's going to be like, ooh, this person's interested in that content. Then, right, then you're going to do this, where you go back to Instagram now after engaging a certain amount, and you go to the reels, and you start scrolling through these reels, right? A lot of these are terrifying, right? Like, what in the world? But at the end of the day, oh, look, a dog one. Put your finger in the circle. Right? Like, hilarious, right? Like it. Go to the comments. Right? Comment. And now you're going to start seeing that the more you do this, right, the more dog content you're going to get. And what's going to start happening is now you're not just going to, once you have a page, and I suggest you do this with a separate account, just so you don't have your main account completely flooded with this stuff. Once you have a page that just has reels in that niche, what's going to happen? You're going to start seeing ads in that niche. And then what's going to happen is if you start engaging with those ads, you start going to the websites, you start adding to the cart, you start initiating checkout, and you can abandon checkout, right? What's going to happen is those sites are going to retarget you more. You're going to be then considered in the middle of funnel for some people. What's going to happen then is then you're going to have more ads that are going to hit you in this same niche. Does that make sense? I need feedback in the live chat if that makes sense or not. That is one of the easiest ways to get such good inspiration. And I'm gonna now show you guys some live examples of inspiration that I found this way, because I think that's gonna help. Let's go saved. Look, I have a shared likes idea folder thing that I have with my page, PupRing, and whenever I see one, I add it in there and it gets added to both of them. All of these here I found using this exact same method, and this is like a recent one that I like. This is just a few, and yeah, this is just a few that I was doing with this method. But inspiration, beautiful inspiration. 1.7 million likes, guys. Like this would kill as an ad, right? Guess what? We're recreating that. So it's like you can identify such good inspiration through this. Like this one here was a sponsored ad when I saw it. And that's what I mean. You can see them sponsored. You can also see them in Reels as organic. So these are all just pieces of inspo that I see. And now what can I do with that? Well, I can copy the link. I can send it to my editors. I can say, hey guys, let's recreate this. Right? Like I can change it up so it fits for me. Identify what is the lowest hanging fruit and do that. And don't just rip content and paste content, but identify what content's working and recreate that content. Make it better. Put some effort into being strategic about it. Awesome. So that is an example with Instagram. Let's take a look at another example with doing the same exact thing with TikTok. The same core concepts apply on how to have the algorithm start serving you that. So I won't repeat all of that for the TikTok side of it, but it's the same thing. I mean, I'll go ahead here, share my...
Wait, go ahead for 1 second.
Let's go ahead and share this. Okay. And on TikTok, you go over here and you type in hashtag small business. Then you hit search. Let's go to videos. Let's go to sort, filters. Let's sort it by the last 3 months. Let's look at what is the most liked content in the last 3 months in the small business space.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Amazing. They capitalized on that noise and created a great piece of content that went viral, right? You can go through a lot of these and find inspiration for what are other quote unquote small businesses doing that are playing that angle. Small business angle, absolutely huge, dude. We like 99% of our revenue 2021, 2022 was from the small business angle. And you can scroll through here and you can get inspiration on what is working for other, pages that are trying to actually sell products on the platform. This POV or nail tag who buys bulk, that it could be completely translated. The POV trend is going viral all the time. That's a great way to approach content. Here's an example of how I approach that, right? I see that gave me inspo, right? I created something like this. right? 519,000 views. And this was partially sparked, so it is inflated a little bit. But same thing here. You see what I'm guys? You see what I'm saying? Like, you identify the inspiration, you identify it, and you recreate it. This is the sauce to creating good content, is you identify what has already proven to work in some capacity, and you try to make it better. Let's talk about this last point here. The last manner that I use heavily weekly to identify good ad inspiration. This is resources provided by social media companies. TikTok and Instagram want you to succeed. They want you to create good creative. So they provide you with resources to be able to learn how to make good creative. And that is one of the most slept on things that I think exists in this space. Most people are like, the resources, just because the reps, some of the reps are bad, right, and whatnot, doesn't mean that the resources that these companies provide are bad. I would recommend that all of you guys, give me a second. I would recommend that all of you guys go and look through the creative resources TikTok has available. And you can go and look up TikTok creative resources, and you can find a lot of good stuff. Learning and resources for marketers, creative guidance, right? And I'm gonna get into some that are very specific, but these are just like, start at some of these. Go through some of this stuff. There's some serious rabbit holes in what they have identified be good hooks, right? Like, there's so many resources that exist out there. Now, let's get into some stuff that's more saucy. Let's go to the TikTok ad library. Let's go to tools. And we're going to go to, let's go to creative inspiration here under analytics. And then we're going to scroll down and you can see view more trends in Creative Center. Now, inside of here, there's a bunch of stuff that you can look at. Thousands of different ads, and there's metrics attached to them. Super slept on. So you can look for examples of top ads. You can literally do that. Wonder what's hot on TikTok. You can see what's hot on TikTok. TikTok is telling you guys what's trending. You just have to listen, to the actual TikTok page and platform, right? Let's go over to, let's click on this first one here. Look at examples of top performing ads. This is going to bring you to this explore top ads on TikTok. You can really look trendy searches. Why is Pup bring trendy search? That's funny. That's actually hilarious. So we have a bunch of different ways that you can utilize this. I'm gonna share with you the one that I like to use primarily. So I like to just go here, select United States. I like to go here to industry. Very similar to how I organize the foreplay settings, if you will. I go to accessories, and then we can look at high-end jewelry. We can look at ordinary jewelry. Then we can go to, we can go to the pet side. We can add pets. And then I will typically like to look at when we're running within the last, typically 30. The bigger the view, the more ads you're going to see in it. The shorter the view, the more relevant they are. So keep that into consideration. So for example, here in the last 7 days, these are the ones that are currently being run in the last 7 days. Now what you can do is you can also go over here and look at You know, if you want to sort it by likes, I like to go here and just directly sort it by click-through rate. I want to see what are the ads that are having the most amount of people going from TikTok to the website. What is convincing people the most? Right? Like, isn't that why we're making the ads in the first place? So that's what I like to search by. You can also do some other things that are pretty cool. Cool. So let's take a look at some of these. You can see here, you adopt a pair of Bonnykins and they share everything: naps, a cat bed, cute, mom's lab, wellness core. Okay, so there's this like food. It's a food ad, right? But this exact ad could have been for the bed in a low-key way, right? This exact ad could be now me showing the 2 necklaces with those cats laser engraved on it and saying perfect gift, right? So that's inspo. Take that. Now, you know, now that's getting my juices flowing. Now I have, what do we talk about? Now I have my little notepad on the side here, and I'm writing down, you know, I'm literally writing down, you know, POV, you adopt a pair of bonded cats, and then we show, and they share everything. Great. And they share everything. Oh, now it's gonna glitch and play it like that. All right. Naps, a cat bed. Great. Cool. So naps, a cat bed. Yeah, and then that's their pitch there. Great. All right. It's not gonna shut up just because that's kind of how it's glitchy. That's one thing I do want to just make sure everybody's aware of. This platform is glitchy. But cool. Let's finish this. So POV, adopt a pair of bonded cats and they share everything. Naps, right? I'm gonna adopt that. It clearly worked for these guys. We're gonna say naps. We're gonna say a cat bed, right? And again, I can change this to be dogs if I want to speak to just dog people, right? A dog bed. And now we pitch them on the product. We show them the pet face necklaces, right? So, and they share everything. Naps, a dog bed, this pet face necklace too, right? And then we put this emoji. So we're saying that they share everything, including this pet face necklace, and it's going to show 2 of the dogs on each other. You see what I just did there? So it's like I took immediately on the spot, I'm taking an inspiration, I'm moving it. I'm kind of just letting it go through the juices and then putting it on paper. And now that is what you can use as a foundation to start making your ad. What shots do you need now? Well, you can get a lot of inspiration of the shots they used, right? But what shots do you need now? Then you take, then you take the shots and you start putting it together. You piece it together in your favorite editing software, right? So that's how to do it. Now, a matter of doing it is what 99% of you guys watching this won't do. Because it takes time. It's not particularly the funnest thing in the world, but you kind of have to do it over and over and over and over and over until your ads start getting better and better and better. And then as they get better, guess what? Then your performance gets better. Then you're not scratching your head why you launched ads, they spent $50 and now they don't work. You know, it's like, well, as you make better ads, they're going to work better. And guys, I say this all the time, only a very small percentage of the ads you actually test are going to work. 5% is kind of what we've been recently averaging. It's not a lot. So out of 10 ads that we test, maybe 1, you know, is like a actually performer. That's why I like to go and see what's working for others and apply it to increase my chances of having a good performer. I want to talk about one more thing. Facebook library. Super slept on. Yes, everybody talks about it, but not in the way that I'm about to talk about it. Facebook wants you to succeed in identifying what is working for others. They're transparent about what every single brand runs on Facebook. There are more advertisers on Facebook than pretty much anywhere else that I know of. You can find, through just utilizing the Facebook ad library, a lot of creative inspiration. By looking at what your favorite brands are running. The way you do that is you can look up any brand, and typically they're going to have a link to their Facebook page, or you can go to Google and type in, Dr. Squatch Facebook, right? And then you have their Facebook. You click on their Facebook, you scroll down, or you go to the About, and you click Page Transparency, and then you click See All. And then you go to people who manage this. You go to ads from this page. You click go to ad library. Right? That's one way to get there for that specific brand. Google it. Or there's a little handy dandy search bar up here that you can type Pura Vida. Right? And now, ooh, look, Pura Vida. Click on it. Look, they're running 160 ads. Great. Let's go to their earliest ones to see what's performing. What have they been running the longest? Spoiler alert, if they're running it for a long time, typically it means it's working, right? So it's like, okay, great. Now let's start somewhere. So they have buy three, they're running an offer deal. This is probably middle of funnel, restock alert. Looks nice, right? Let's see some of their top of funnel stuff. Okay, this is your sign to mix metals and build perfect charm collection with Harper. Beautiful. Guess we're pulling out. You wouldn't have guessed, I promise you. Our little fucking handy dandy note writer thingy. This is your sign to, okay, we're not gonna say mixed metals, to personalize a chic pet face necklace with a picture of your dog laser engraved on it. Cute little crying emoji. Gonna get recreated. You see? Like, same exact process for as you're getting the inspo. You're moving the inspo over. Let's just say you have no clue what brand is selling the product that you have. That's useful, right? How you do that is you go over here to your search bar and you start typing in things that said brand that's selling said product might use. For example, let's just say that people are selling that bubble necklace. You can type in probably bubble necklace and search this exact phrase. And lo and behold, you're going to have a bunch of people and a bunch of ads selling this bubble necklace.
I feel like I've been looking for a necklace like this for so long, so I was so excited when I saw this one. Look how stinking cute this is. I have not seen anybody else share this yet, and I think it is absolutely adorable, so I had to share it. Obviously, it's 100% customizable, so you can get your name, you can get your partner's name, you can get like your kid's name, your last name, literally anything.
Right? So you can see literally, I mean, here's another one.
I always get so many questions on where my jewellery is from, so I thought we could do like a little jewellery haul because I've got some new unreal bits. I'm so excited to show you all. Wearing them right now, and it's all from Abbott Line, which is such a good jewellery.
Huge brand, by the way. Great for inspo. This one right here.
That you can wear in the shower and stuff like that on a budget. Then you check out Abbott Line because I've got some unreal bits of necklaces, because that is the most common question. Where's this necklace from? Where's this necklace from? And I know you're gonna love these two necklaces. I think this one's my favourite. It's a little bubble necklace with a C on it. I do kind of want to get another one with a K on it for the dogs. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Great. So we know like user generated stuff is working quite well.
I bought one and literally got 2 free. I am so obsessed with this necklace. I just cannot believe how affordable these necklaces are considering how good the quality is. Plus the fact that they're literally buy one get 2 free. If you've been contemplating getting this,
like inspo beyond inspo. And this is just starting off. Like, you can go pretty deep and see what people have been running historically. Spoiler, if they've been running it historically, if they were running it back in 2023, and nobody's running it right now, you could potentially recreate. Might work. Maybe they, you know, maybe it died off back then. Maybe it works now.
How cute is this? Love the way
Oh,
the
that has
necklace
like
goes,
annoying
through the
screeching
leather.
behind it.
It's like a big chunky bubble. I think it's so pretty by itself in like a stack.
Right? So same thing. We can go all day looking at different brands, you know, but at the end of the day, there's many ways that you can identify inspiration. In this live, we covered 3 of the ones that I use. If this was valuable, I'm glad, implement it, right? Like, don't just not do creative inspiration multiple times a week, or look at creative inspiration multiple times a week. It's crucial. Also, when you find your libraries, make a little folder called creative inspiration, bookmark it, bookmark them in the folder. Every week, go through them, see what's new, what these brands are running new. Like 3 of the ones that we just saw, I have bookmarked. I look at a Bot Leon all the time. I don't want to play it too long. YouTube's not gonna like it. But all right, that's what I got for you guys. If you found this beneficial, if you want to connect more, you can hop into the Discord. I'll drop a link. I chill in there all the time. And you guys have a good rest of your Thursday. I hope this was beneficial.